Hello. Today I'm going to show you how I got my vise off of my bench and made it a little more user-friendly. So I pulled my vise off of my bench because I saw this really cool idea about putting a receiver type unit up underneath the bench to where you could slide the thing in and out. Kind of fill some holes from where my vise was before. So I got a dowel here I'm going to cut, fill that in, and then we're going to decide if I'm going to use this thing or that great big long one sitting there next to the vise. But I got to get those holes filled first. So I'm going to do that, and I'll come back when I got that figured out. Those are all filled. Now I got to let the glue dry. I didn't want to leave any holes in it so that there was less strength in the board that's underneath that metal plate. So that should give the strength back. Those are oak plugs that I put in there, which are actually stronger than the board that's underneath there anyway. Then I'll drill new holes and use these countersunk. You can kind of see that countersunk thing there. So that'll be all flush. Then I'll take my welder and just kind of touch these up and then just grind it flat. That's the idea. I'll be real careful so I don't catch anything on fire, all that kind of thing. Probably use my TIG welder and just fill it in real light. Anyway, we'll let those dry and then we'll go to the next thing. Got everything mocked up and kind of weighing out options here. The top one laying here, is 18 inches long, so it goes back quite a ways. That would give me more stability from the stick out of the vise when you're pushing on it and whatnot than what the other one is that's underneath here. That one goes 6.5 inches back. I would have to weld brackets to this, drill holes in it, all that, which is not a big deal, totally fine. But the more I'm sitting here looking at this and thinking about it, I like the smaller one, the way that they put it together, and it might be overkill going back that far with the other one. Worst case, if this was an issue where there was too much leverage to the front, I can always add more box tubing to the back. Cut the end off of that big one, weld it, call it good. So just talking it out here, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this to start with, see how that goes, and if I need to, I'll just beef it up afterwards. I'll just use a longer piece of tube for the front where I'm putting the vise on it, and go from there. So I'm going to start drilling some holes. All right, so I flipped it over on its top. This is marked. It's going to just sit like so underneath, so the spacing will be right on the holes. I'm going to take my center punch, mark these, drill them out, and we'll get her mounted. All right, clamp this in place. I'm gonna put these through. I need to move this thing around a little bit, but you get the idea. So let me get these in here and I'll get it all mounted up, show you what the finished product is. Not quite. I forgot I gotta countersink these things. They stick up a little bit too far. So I'm gonna get the countersink out and see if I can get them out that far. They're pretty big. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to go clear out to 3/4 of an inch. But we'll find out here in a sec. Here's our somewhat finished product. When I say somewhat finished, I mean I need to fill these holes in where the vise was. And these are not flush. The countersink that I have is not quite big enough. I got close, but I need to get a little different countersink because I want them flush. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with it overall. I do still need to get the mount part for the vise. I will update you on that as soon as I get it. But that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and have a good day. Thanks.